Stirring the coffee with chopsticks using the vortex method, the only true way to optimize the taste of your coffee at the molecular level. Good morning. Welcome to the Daybreak Show. I am the Sultan. We'll get started, but first, coffee. Guatemalan with heavy cream. Let's get started. Methods of the modern extremist. Get common people to believe it, get them to shame those that don't, and eventually get lawmakers to legislate it. That's the proper protocol, and you can make almost anything normal. Anything that used to be abnormal can now be normal if you use this process. Global warming then changed to climate change. Living a catastrophe-based life. If you don't do A, then B is going to happen. You'll notice that A is always caused by humans and B is always an extreme scenario. We just fuck up everything, don't we? Another method. The catastrophe-based life. Watching news is the same thing. Just constant bickering and arguing. If your household communicated with each other like people communicate on the news, cable news, you wouldn't be a family or a household for very long, would you? So why do you have that shit playing? Turn it off. Turn it off. When I read a dating profile and the woman says, I'm doing my best to minimize my carbon footprint, the only thing I think is, boy, I bet you she'd be a real blast to live with. Chambers of commerce have always existed. Yawn. And then someone starts a, let's just say, like where I live, Chestnut Hill. Someone starts visitchestnuthill.com. That they start something like that. And then it does more for that area, for the county, the city, the town than any chamber has ever done. Funky specialty festivals, parades, restaurant weeks, fashion weeks, music days. I wish chambers of commerce would take the hint from these other organizations that pop up. I've been to more chamber events than any human being when I was younger, up till about 45. And then I saw, for me, most chamber events were the biggest waste of time. Although those that are leaders and group leaders within chambers will tell you different. I've never been a fan of chambers of commerce, ever. After many years of going and seeing the politics and the BS and the favorites, give me a smart, motivated person who starts a meetup or a visit so-and-so.com, and they've created a much better organization than any chamber ever has. Hey, the second most popular hobby in the world? Birds. The number one hobby in the world? Gardening. And there are reasons why. If you do both, because many times you can put your bird feeders, bird baths, bird houses in your yard or your little plot of ground that you have. And you can start creating regulars that come to you. It just becomes a living area. There's nothing like living where there's life and not death. That's why I say if you can get out of the city, get out. The cities are shitholes. When shit hits the fan, cities are the first places where there's going to be just gnarly dog eat dog, mass death, mass illness, just nonsense there. Move out into the burbs. Better yet, move out into the country. Don't doubt me on that. If you think cities are shitholes and drastic and you have to watch your back now, wait till poopy hits the fan. Speeches about freedom and liberty never have expiration dates. So just Google speeches about freedom and liberty throughout the ages, and they will relate to you. It'll blow you away. I took a poll. Which one do you like better, Moonlight Serenade or Moonlight Sonata? 26% said Moonlight Serenade, 74% said Moonlight Sonata. Again, Masculine Geek on YouTube is one of my favorite channels. Subscribe to them and let's push them higher and higher. I don't know if they're at 500 yet. I was trying to get them to 500. I have nothing personally involved in this. I like the guys. I like their mission. I'd love to see them get to 1,000 soon. So if you like dudes, masculine dudes, who are geeks and gamers and collectors and hobbyists and intellectuals and writers and poets, subscribe to Masculine Geek. They also have their own coffee, Legends of Tabletop, Legendary Brew. I'll put a link for that down below. When you order, you get 10% off your order and free shipping. Great coffee. I drink it often. There was a great conversation between Owen Benjamin and Vox Day. I believe it was on Owen Benjamin's channel. Watch it. That's all I'm going to say. You would really enjoy it. It's a long-term, kind of a long-form conversation. I'm not sure if it's a podcast, but I watched it. Really good. Hunter Drew says, I just finished watching George Bruno's documentary called The Collectors, and I have to say it was captivating. Prior to watching, I had zero history or care about pens. Now I find myself wondering which fountain pen I should try out. Professionally done. Enjoy, he writes. I love that. And let's read a letter. I haven't read this one yet, but we'll see. A lot of times when I just spontaneously pick something up, thank you very much, Sultan. I wanted to take some time out of my day for all the work you've been doing with your YouTube channel. I cannot speak for the other ladies and gentlemen watching, but I am sure they would agree that you've made a significant difference to a huge portion of our lives. For that, I am grateful. I discovered your channel late November after a bad breakup, and your content helped me to speed up the process of getting over this bump in the road and realize the truth. Being a mere 19 years old, I had the true love idea in my brain. However, now that's no longer on my subscription list. Your channel has helped me to find my center, as they say, and keep a steady keel, even when life gets stressful. And for me, it does. I'm a nursing student, not the most manly profession, but the one that I'm suited to after caring for ill family since I was 8. And stress level going through the roof. However, in just 4 weeks at my practice placement, I have already been praised by many for my level-headedness and work ethic. You have taught me so much that my own grandfather couldn't due to dementia, and father could due to absence in the short time I have subscribed to your channel. If I may borrow a few more moments of your time, I would like to ask a question. As a young man hoping to get unstuck and be the kind of man that is needed in the future, judging by my local ecosystem of young men, and what we are sorely needing, what are the 3 key things you think I would work on and develop, and how to go about that? So far, I've taken action by getting my body in shape. Good. Been working smarter on my university work. Good. And taking time out for meditation each day, and been vetting the people I present in my life, both male and female. Thank you again for your work, and The initials are KD to keep the confidentiality. I think you're on the right path. Keep doing those things. Keep doing those things. Work on the stoicism, which is delaying your emotions, which is good because emotions are your enemy. They put you on a roller coaster. They get you off course. What you need to do is solidify your internal compass, the direction that you're going in, and stay on course. Super important for a young man. Right now, your hormones are raging. It's a fact. I remember when I was 19, holy cow. I wouldn't want it again, but I will tell you this. When you make great choices, the consequences of those choices can last a lifetime. So for instance, who you end up with, who you make babies with, where you work, those are things that can really affect your life. And I'm talking like 5, 10, and 20 years from now. The choices you make now can affect the direction of your life. Make sure that none of your choices are about another person. A person is to complement you. Excuse me. The other person in your life is part of your mission, but not your mission. Many times in my life, when I was a young man, I made decisions based upon a woman. To either move somewhere, move in somewhere, move out somewhere. Things that I did were based upon a woman. And I'm not a proponent of MGTOW, although I do believe it's a tool to use. It's a nice place to visit. You don't want to live there. But stay focused right now. You don't have to eliminate women. Allow the power of the feminine to soothe you, comfort you, drive you, but don't let it be your sole locus of motivation. Allow a woman, you can go and have a cup of coffee with a woman and allow her to inspire you, to comfort you, to give you another perspective. I was talking about muses the other day. Many times a woman can be a good motivation or a muse to inspire you to go into other areas. But you cross the line when you fall in love with that woman. Now, some people have done that, and I've gotten some letters to that effect, and I will read those in the future. But I think you're on the right track. Good job. My oldest son is 19, and I do believe he's the kind of person that would read your letter and say you're doing a good job. Hey George, I just wanted to thank you for turning me on not only to mixing Chiapas with Guatemalan, but for my absolute favorite Sumatran coffee, enjoying the hell out of it. Mille grazie, as they say in Gaelic. Coffee is for closers. And that's from my friend Adam up in Oyster Bay. Christopher Pomparelli, who is the media guy for Gary Vaynerchuk, says, if you're looking to up your edits in the future, definitely keep me in mind. I can save you a ton of time editing, aside from the added quality that I can provide too. He made an offer to me that he wants to do my editing for me. And he calls himself Pompsy. So if you do as great of a job for me as you do for Gary Vaynerchuk, I think I would end up doing quite well. I will be interviewing and spending some time on camera with Mike Cernovich come the first weekend in May at the Patriarch Convention. Be interviewing him about his movie Hoaxed and about fathering, parenting, and all that kind of stuff. So that'll be my first face-to-face interview, live interview with Mike, and I look forward to that. So stay tuned for that, and we'll have some nice things to say. And I always enjoy his work because he sees things from a different perspective, and it's a perspective that I think all men would appreciate. He wrote a book called Gorilla Mindset. Get the audiobook, listen to it. Listen to it at least 20 times, like I have. It has changed my life in little things, little ways that have leveraged into big things. I can actually say that I am healthier. I can actually say that I am wealthier as a result of Gorilla Mindset. I'll put a link for it down below. Get the audiobook. You will love it. Don't doubt me on that one. And then finally, the last letter. I will not be saying the person's name. Hello, I am sure you get thousands of messages. I do. Just this year alone, 2019, I have 12,728 messages from viewers. Just to give you an idea. I am sure you get thousands of messages, so if you don't see this or respond to it, I completely understand. I started following you on YouTube and Instagram and have to say your videos are powerful. I'm turning 40 in a few months, no debt, in a relationship with no children, in a well-paid job in a financial operations company. Although the money is good, I am unhappy. I have dealt with depression and emotional trauma that cost me a marriage. I feel that I am at the midpoint of my life, and the thought of working till I die in a job I hate scares the hell out of me. I want to use this year as a way to change my direction in life before the stress kills me. I want freedom in my life and financial obligations. Which of your videos or other source materials would you recommend for someone starting out? What are the first steps? If you do read this, I just want to say thank you for what you do. And he gives his name. First thing I would do is make a P.I.D. A P.I.D. is a personal independence day. Most people can break free of their current job within 18 to 36 months. So in a year and a half to 3 years, just set a P.I.D., Personal Independence Day. Let's just say you make it for, here we are in 2019, in 3 years, it's going to be what? 2022. So set a Personal Independence Day that you will leave. In other words, write down a letter of resignation dated for, let's say the date today is March 21st. So it'll be March 21st, 2022. And start working towards. You kind of put a little unconscious mental effort and pressure on yourself when you set a P.I.D. That's the first thing. Second thing is, when you do that and make it clear, and maybe take a piece of paper and put March 21st, 2022, or a Post-it note, and stick that on a mirror, stick it on the refrigerator, put it on your dashboard. Don't put what it is. Or maybe just put P.I.D. You know what P.I.D. means. Put the date on it and have those sticky notes around the house. You create that internal pressure to work towards your Independence Day, because that's what you're looking for, is independence. Happiness comes from independence, not slavery. As long as you're working in a cube farm, as long as you are an employee, and for some people need to be told what to do. Some people need the structure. If you're the kind of person that can structure your own day and are crazy detail-oriented, you might be qualified to start your own business. You might be qualified to start a new career. It takes a lot of discipline, though, more than most people think. Set the P.I.D., and then as far as resources are concerned, look at my playlist. I have a playlist called, I have several playlists, but I have one called Virtual Life Coaching. Take a look at that and start watching the videos in the Virtual Life Coaching. Everything you need is in that list. If you can't find help there, then maybe one-to-one coaching might help. But the reason why I did that is it's coaching for the common man to become an uncommon man. So I want you to go above average. If you're an average person, go above average. If you're above average, I want you to go to excellence. I want you to go from good to great. You can do it. It's possible. Constructive discontent is such a great motivator. So seek to get out of your comfort zone. It looks like it's already starting to happen. Everything that you want in your life is outside of your comfort zone. So if it feels comfortable, you know you're going to stay there forever. So you want to stretch a little bit, and it's going to hurt a little bit. 2 days ago, I was at the gym pumping iron, a little sore today, sore. If I just woke up sore, and if I wasn't a guy that worked out, if I just woke up sore, that would be a reason to go to a doctor. Because pain just existing with no context is a sign that something is wrong. But pain in the proper context, I hurt right now. Literally, my shoulders and my chest hurt from working them the other day, 2 days ago. And I work out twice a week. That pain in context tells me I'm doing the right thing. I'm breaking down the muscle tissue. I know I'm growing. I know I'm getting into better shape. But the pain has to be in context. So the discomfort that I feel now is motivating. So when I feel like, oh man, like, ooh, that kind of hurts a little bit, that lets me know that I'm on the right path. Same thing in our careers. When it hurts a little bit, you're getting out of your comfort zone. And always keep in mind that everything you want is outside your comfort zone. I hope that helps. Finish your coffee.